As you can hear from that lovely startup music, we're going to be playing with Mega Man 2 today. Mega Man 2 is one of my favorite games. The first game I think I got for my Nintendo, other than Super Mario, which came with it. Go ahead and skip this. Difficult, of course. I'm going to show you some really interesting things that have to do with jumping in this game, but first thing I want to do is show off something that is kind of weird. I'm going to start with Bubble Man Stage, and Bubble Man Stage has this background. The music's fantastic, but this background just wreaks havoc on video compression algorithms. If we come up here to Palette Viewer, what we can see is this palette set right here is cycling through. So this background isn't actually animated, it's using palette cycling, which is a very popular thing that was done in the 8-bit era when animation was really hard to do. But one thing we can do is just simply turn it off. If we go to memory address 43 and say freeze, boom, it stopped. Now this, it looks almost like I crashed the game, but you can see we're still moving around here, and Mega Man's still hopping. And we can come on and get these croakers and everything. So very, very strange looking. And this, you may not realize just how many levels use this in Mega Man. So let's go to Heatman Stage, for example. This lava down here is supposed to be flowing. It's still lethal, it's just not flowing. Another one is Airman Stage. It may look normal to you at first, but then you realize, wait a minute, these clouds are supposed to be moving around, aren't they? And if I unfreeze this, now we're back to what they're supposed to look like. Actually, if I come in here and freeze it again, I can force it to cycle through. 1, 2, 1, 0, back to normal. One, probably the most staggering one, is Metal Man Stage. Look at this. No background motion. Even the conveyor belts are static. They still push you around, they just don't move. And what this really, I think, helps to realize just how much these animated backgrounds, the palette cycling, really adds to this game, because this right here, this is boring. Alright, so, but I was going to show you about jumping, so let me go ahead. I'm going to unfreeze this, get that back set to normal, and let's get back to, or let's go to Crashman Stage. Crashman Stage is one of my favorites. I absolutely love the art, and the music is fantastic, but you start out here in this little trapped area. I think these guys are called tellies, and it's just pain in the butt trying to get past them. You're always getting hammered by them. Wouldn't it be great if I could just jump up over these things? So if we want to do that, if we go to 3C, 003C, this is Mega Man's, oh, stop hitting me. By the way, I've got infinite hit points turned on, if you couldn't tell. But if we want to, we can come in here, we've got 0.4 for the jump height. If we try to put something in here, you'll see nothing happens. It's because this particular section of the game's memory is being updated every frame. But if we say right click and say freeze, now we can set it and have it stick to a value. So now I've got it as a 7. This gives us much higher jump height. In fact, right here, we don't even have to wait. We can just jump straight up. And this makes it much easier. Now, at some points it's actually more difficult. Like right here, you're going to bump your head when you wouldn't normally do it. But it's still pretty easy to get past those metals. This section is much easier, though. I can just jump straight up to the ladder. That is, even over here, goodbye. And here especially, super easy. There we go. Now, 07's really good, but what if we can put this up 10? That's hex 10, which means it's 17 in decimal. Now I can just jump right off the screen. Now you'll notice when you jump, the screen won't transition up even though I'm going way off the screen. It'll only transition when you are at a ladder or when you're directly above a ladder. So if I come over here and I jump, there we go. I can be even off the screen and that helps you get up even higher. I'll show you something else up here. I was watching a video and they said as long as you're holding right here, that PP, the little bird, will always spawn to the right, and you won't have to worry about it dropping its eggs on you, or because it drops them into oblivion every time. And it seems to work. So like right here, normally you would need to have one of the items in order to get this, because then you get stuck and you have to drop back down, but you can just jump right back up to the ladder and get your one up without having any of that. Wait for this prop top. And this is a really cool jump because you're going way off the screen. It makes it a lot harder for the enemies to hit you. But what if you wanted to make this like super high? And you can. Like 10 isn't the highest. I can put it at something like 40, which is so high that you'll see I'm even clipping into the ceiling here. And if you put it up even higher, I'll set it to 50. Now, clip right through the ceiling. I can come on. There we go. Meeting Crashman while walking through the wall. That'll freak him out. But yeah, you can go way up here. Never seen Crashman throw a bomb up into the ceiling before, but there you go. So that's some really fun thing that you can do with the jumping. Let me show you one other thing. So while you can adjust, that's more like the jump velocity. Let me unfreeze that. We'll set it back to normal. Another thing that you can change is the actual gravitational constant of the universe. So like up here, 0030, this is gravity. So here's my normal jump. And this one, just like with that other jump, you can't just change the number here because it's being updated every frame. But you can say freeze, and then I can set this to something like 10. Now, it's like I'm jumping through the water. I can jump up pretty high, and I come down nice and slow. So this makes for much more interesting jumping here. You can jump. Actually, I don't even need to. I don't think I have to wait for these guys. I can just jump completely over them. Now, of course, when we get to the thing about this, notice they're lightning bolts. They're going way up higher than normal. This is because, as I said, this is the gravitational constant of the universe. Everything that uses gravity is going to be bound by this. Even power-ups as they explode out of these guys. You'll see here in just a moment, like the birds, the PP birds. I wonder if I can make it. No. Oh, it's so close. What I can do to really make this crazy is I can set this, instead of 10, let me set it to 3. Now my jumps are gonna take me soaring. I don't know how long before I land. Will I make it? There we go. I think I'll be able to clear this whole gap now. But look at them throwing their lightning. It goes way up. There we go. And the eggs, they don't even have enough time to go down. That's an interesting thing. I think they're set on a timer to where they disappear after a set number of time, whether they hit the ground or not. I'm going to set this back to like 10, which is more reasonable. These guys are going to throw way up in the air. And now I think I can put it, if I set this to something really low, like 1, like you are not coming down. You are going to be up there for forever. And when you set it to something like this, when you take a hit even, let me see if I can get to a spot where I can actually land safely. Yeah, I'm way up there. Okay, let's try this. Set it back to 40. Should be coming down now. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll set this back to 10, which isn't too ridiculous. Actually, no. Let's do like 5. And look how high you fly from knockback. I can clear jumps just by taking knockback damage. And now everything, like I said, everything that uses gravity is going to use this as well. So even if I come over here and I go to fight Airman, I'll slowly fall down. Airman's usually just on the ground, but every now and then he jumps. Oh, I don't even know if I can hit the ground. Just keep taking damage. Look at him go! Woo! He's up there now. Is he gonna come back down? Oh, there he is. He didn't make it very far. Even his air blade attacks are just being flying off the screen. Yeah, that's a cool thing. So let's do another one here. Quickman stage. Quickman's nothing really that interesting happens with gravity in here, but because Mega Man is falling so slowly here, let's set this back to 10. I can easily get this one up now. Because he's falling so slowly, it takes him a long time to get to, or he falls so slowly, which means those beam attacks are going to slide across the screen and close off before he even falls down the screen. So one thing that we can do to really play with this is we can slow down Quickman's beams. We're going to go to DA09. And this is normally set to 4. I'm going to set this to 1. And now watch this. That is much easier. This is tolerable. I think when I played this when I was like 9 years old, if the beams were going this slow, I wouldn't have thrown my controller in frustration. So that's again, when you affect the gravity, it is the gravitational constant. So watch, I'll come over here to this hothead, and he's just tossing them off the screen. There's just not enough gravity for him to get them at all. That's kind of cool. This guy, I think, can actually hit you. Maybe. Woohoo! Yeah. So anyway, that is playing around with Quickman and playing with jumps and gravity and everything. There's plenty more to work with through here. If you go to www.romdetectives.com, there's a wiki that has all of the information that I've shown you here and a lot more for Mega Man 2. Plenty of other games as well. Go ahead and check it out and like and subscribe this video as well. I would very much appreciate that. Alright, I'll see you the next time.